Hi friends, this is the Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. So this is day 4. Day 4 of the 12 Days of Christmas Cookies. Are you guys enjoying this series? I am. Except for now I have all these cookies and I need to start packing them and sending them away to people. So I've got neighbors and I'm going to take a bunch to the fire station, the police station, and go from there. But aside from that, I'm really having fun. This one. This is one of my favorites to eat. It's fun to make because it's boom, 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 quick and easy. But it's my favorite to eat. It is a pumpkin praline cookie. And you can put an icing on it or not. Either way, you're not gonna lose. And a lot of times I put the icing in the middle, make a little sandwich, and just that. Okay, so ready? Let's play. You know the drill by now. Get your dry ingredients together. Baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, and oh, I didn't get it, a touch of nutmeg. And when I say a touch, I'm looking at like maybe a quarter of a teaspoon, just to give it that extra layer of spices. This gets mixed and put aside. I haven't mentioned this in a while because I keep forgetting how many brand new subscribers I have. And first off, welcome. I absolutely adore that you're taking the time to watch this. But I'm a huge nut fanatic about mise en place, things in place. Putting all your ingredients measured and ready to go, and you take your ingredients and you take your ingredient list, and you have butter, check, soda, check, powder, check, flour, check, and just go down the whole list so you know you don't forget anything. Flour is done. That gets set aside. Okay, now I'm going to cream some butter. Now, butter, when you're making cookies, you don't want them so soft. You don't want the butter so soft that it kind of like smushes. You don't want it to be able to squeeze it and seep it through. You want a little firmness, and that'll help with the settling of the cookie. So, my light's playing with me. All right, so there's a little bit of pressure in here, but not too much. If it's too soft, you can pop it in the refrigerator for a minute or two. Okay, that's just to kind of like break it apart so that it'll take the sugar well. And I'm going to add my sugar and combine this. Don't I wish I could work this fast? All right, with this, I'm going to put in 1 egg. Okay, I did a video on eggs and the difference between the extra large and the jumbo, which I always use jumbo in my baking. Many times there's a double yolk. Many times there's a double yolk, which is what I like, so I'm getting extra richness. Okay. Double yolks, baby. Yeah, there's a reason for it, I tell you. Okay, in here, I'm going to add a cup of pumpkin puree. Now, I used my own pumpkin puree. I'll put that in the video below. But I mean, come on, seriously, canned is fine. It's just fine. Got this. Okay. All right. And I'm going to add my flour a little at a time, only because this thing gets nuts, you know. Okay, so I took up the beaters, and that just takes a little time to clean it. And I'm just going to do the rest of this by hand. You don't want to really overmix this. All right, smells so good. I love pumpkin. All right, so I just roasted a bunch of pecans and just finished chopping them. They're so nice to chop when they're just roasted. So I got about a cup. And then I have a bag of Heath Crunch chips. This is backwards, but let me show you. So they're just bits of the toffee, which is the best part. And that all gets in there, a whole 8-ounce bag. And then this gets folded together. Alrighty. Oh, whatever. Such a dork. Okay, so into the cookie sheet they go. You're familiar with this part, right? I'm going to tell you a story while I'm putting these in there. And I've mentioned this story before, but it's one of my favorite stories. So years ago, I was 14 years old, and the church that we were going to, all the young girls, the teenagers got together, and we did a big old cookie bake for the elders in the church. And so we got to the Sunday school teacher's house, and we each picked whichever one we wanted to make. I don't remember which one I made, but they were all so fun and so pretty, and we had such a great time just hanging out. That really is the best part of cookie bakes. Well, then it came time, of course, to package them, but before we packaged them, we had to do quality assurance, you know. So we all picked the one that was just the most beautiful looking. And she was excited because she's never baked anything before. So we all dove into it. It had nuts, and it had a jelly, and it was kind of like a folded little package. It was really spectacular. She did a great job. So we all, cheers and put it in our mouth, and it's like instantly at the same time we all spit it out. So it's very important to read your ingredients. Though they look exactly alike, a cup of sugar replaced with a cup of salt, makes all the difference in the world. That was fantastic. One of my all-time favorite, mostly because it wasn't me, but then as soon as I tasted it, I felt a gut in my stomach for what she must have been feeling. So we didn't laugh. I mean, now it's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, these go into the oven, 350 for about 15 minutes. Okay, so I have some in the oven already, and then there's extras. I love this recipe because for cookie swap, there's plenty. So what you can bake them two ways. Just put them on the scoop and let them go. Many times I like to flatten them out because it's going to be a more even cookie and it'll be chewy where it needs to be chewy and such. And here's how I do that. I got a really wet paper towel, and I'm only going to use not the ball on my hands that I usually like to because it's flat and even, but I'm going to use my fingertips, and I'm going to make sure my hands are wet and just slightly slap them down. Come back. I don't want them wet. I just want them flat. And it's a sticky dough, so it will want to fight me. Okay, so then they're going to really bake nice and flat. Okay, these are out of the oven. These are the ones that are just straight off the scoop, okay? These are ones that I kind of patted down just a tiny bit. Personally, and that's all this is, these look so much nicer to me. Not that I wouldn't eat these, mind you. And these were a 1 ounce scoop. So for your cookie swap, I would recommend the 1/2 ounce scoop, which is the one I showed you earlier with when I patted it down. You're gonna get a whole lot more, but you get a lot with this recipe. The others are baking, and they all have to completely cool before we ice them, however you want to. I'm gonna take a 1/2 stick of cream cheese. And I'm gonna need something stronger than this. It's in a stand mixer. There's just not enough in there. I don't want to mess with the hand mixer. So what I did was I put the cream cheese in the microwave for about 15 seconds. And then I'm just gonna add powdered sugar, 1/4 cup at a time. And we're gonna go for a lot of sugar. So, and I say a lot because, so that's 3. I say a lot because it's going to harden. The icing will harden, which is what you want since you're going to be doing a giveaway and they're going to be stacked and whatnot. So I'm going to alternate between this and just a little bit of liquid. In this case, I'm just using milk right out of the refrigerator. Just a little at a time. And repeat again with the powdered sugar. This is nice and it's creamy, but it's not going to harden. I'm going to add a pinch of cinnamon and a touch of vanilla. That liquid is plenty. All right, this is good. This will harden, and you want it to harden. Not harden, but it'll make it firm to the touch, so when you touch it, it's not gonna get tacky. Gotcha? We will finish with just a touch of icing on them if you want it. You sure as heck don't have to, because believe me, they are quite yummy as they are. I am going to do some. The smaller ones, I think I am going to do a little sandwich thingy. I wouldn't for the cookie swap, but I will for the police department near me. The boys that work hard, and girls. All right, so I'm gonna finish this up. These are gonna harden, not hard like say royal icing, nothing like that. It's just where you touch them and pick them up. You can stack them without worries. So there you go. All right, I gotta say, these are the 1/2 ounce cookies, the real small cookie scooper. These are so much more appropriate for a cookie swap. They're still a pretty good size. Now, they look nice. They look beautiful. Look at all those chips in there. That toffee, and that toffee had some chocolate in there, so yay. And it's very cakey like, you know. So this one I just iced. So I turned off the camera so you don't really know how much time went, but I'd say maybe 3 minutes, and it's already, it's still soft, but it's definitely not coming on my hand. This is what's going to be fun about this. My Lynn always gets such a kick when I make something because she knows she gets something, and it doesn't matter what I make. Her response is always the same. I mean, talk about inspiration, right? Oh, it's the best thing I ever ate. She's probably not wrong, but most of the time it's a hit. So hit it. Okay, I give you all of this. You give me a minute to enjoy my bites, okay? Man, that toffee, so good. It's almost cakey-like, but very cookie-like. Oh, man. Winner, 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 winner. I can't wait for you to try this one. I can't wait for you to eat this one. That's what I really mean. Okay, tell me, are you guys liking this series? I really do want to know. I don't want to put out the usual stuff out there. They all want to be a little bit different. I want to make them all easy because we got a variety of bakers out there, so I don't want to miss anybody. What's next? I don't know which one I have next, but I promise you, it's yummy. I know what it is. You won't want to miss this one. Okay, my friends, until next time, happy baking.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.